You know, when my mum lost my dad, which was 81, all the neighbours, all of them without saying, you know, they'd go over daily and say, "Oh, Minnie, I've made you a little casserole," and she'd say, "Oh, well, Mr. So-and-so's brought, it's okay, put it in the fridge, Min, and have it." They fed me mum, so she didn't have to cook. They looked after her, and they couldn't have done enough for her to make sure she was okay.
If you didn't, if there was a mum or a nan who was a bit short to feed the kids, you could always go in your neighbours and get something to eat. Always. Everyone looked after everybody else.
Yeah. That's what I remember. Yeah.
It was, honest to God, this was our life, wasn't it? This was the best time of our lives, Woodward Road.
See, and because that was our years. The 70s are our teen.
Yeah.
You know, you're important. You're going from a child to a young woman, so it's the most important time.
Memories.
So it doesn't matter what they do to this estate. I love this estate. You know, my first kiss was here.
Yeah.
That's it.
My first everything was here. You know, so how can you not be fun? You know what I mean? And the fact. It's in a square, it is community shaped.
Yeah.
You're not in streets, it's a proper, you know, they should all get together and start looking after each other, like we did then.
Yeah.
It could be a lovely community again, you know.
But you know, when I was a kid, I mean, because it is quite a big estate, when I was a kid, there were some people you didn't know on the estate. You probably didn't know the top end of the estate.
Top end.
Because we were all down here.
We knew all that.
And this is where all the activity was down here, round the Crown, round the bridge. It's where we used to play. Used to play over walls. Used to get skipping ropes out. Well, not skipping ropes, it was probably someone's washing line. Yeah. One of the lads has probably gone and robbed someone's washing line, you know. And you'd play across the street from curb to curb, skipping, you know. And the lads would come
with the bikes,
you know, right through your bloody skipping games, you know.
I remember the lads having, one of the lads having a gas gun, pellet gun. Michael Ryan actually it was.
You've still got the mark, haven't you?
I've still got a nicky dick on my back.
He
shot me. And I scrambled to try and get over the wall at the back of our, you know, to get away from him. And he was aiming for my ass. He said, I'll never miss that. And he did, and he shot me in the back, and it left an inky dick.
But you wouldn't, you never thought that was dangerous.
No,
it wasn't dangerous, although it bloody is.
Yeah.
You know, a bloody pellet can.
He'd been shooting birds and everything with it all day. Did all the lads had to go trying to shoot birds out the trees.
But you just wouldn't think it was dangerous.
No.
You know,
it's what they did.
I swear I grew up somebody had a gecko on a woody.
Yeah, it's normal, isn't it? Well, it was for us then. I remember us sitting in, because it was one day, it was absolutely hammering it down, but it was the summertime, but the heavens had opened, so we one of the garages was, because a couple of them were always broken in, so we sat in there, and the lads were playing cards, and we were sitting on tyres, you know, me and Anita Turner it was, and she was painting. She dropped her mum's nail varnish and I'll paint your toenails, which was a bit, wow, go on then. And the lads had closed the garage door down, and she was painting my toenails and they were playing cards, and my mother come looking for me. Julie, where are you? You with that fucking Michael Ryan in there? And Michael said, yeah, she is. What are you doing? She went, Zig. And he gave her loads, did he? Opened the door and he went, she's sitting there, getting her toenails painted. We're playing cards, you dirty-minded old woman. And I just went limp. And I thought, I couldn't breathe.
You'd have to face it when you went in.
I thought, she'll never let me speak to him again. She's going to kill me when I get in. And do you know what? From that day, what was she like with him? I assume. It was like, because he stood up to her, she liked him then. And respected him, because he told her exactly what she was, dirty-minded old woman. I just went limp on the tire, I thought I was going to faint.
Do you know, going back, way back, now, I never experienced, it's only stories that I've heard within my family, with my nan and my mum and my aunties. You're probably going back to maybe the 50s and the 60s now. There was a woman on this estate that your young daughters were sent to
Yeah, I heard about that.
of backstreet abortions.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I heard about that.
Yeah. In the house on this
On this
estate.
estate. In them days,
It's
it was.
illegal.
Well, it was
Yeah.
wasn't so much legal. It was a disgrace.
I think this is
Pregnant.
probably in the 60s,
Mm.
early to mid 60s. There was a woman on this estate. I probably wouldn't give you this name because I do know the name, you know, and it's but very well known and used to perform these deeds.
It
you know.
was still a thing, wasn't it, to be pregnant
Yeah.
and not married?
No.
Even when
I
I got,
got pregnant in 83, it was still...
yeah,
Yeah,
it was 78. I got pregnant.
Well, I was married before I got pregnant.
Is this way? You were just too clever. I was just stupid. I was. I got caught for fucking everything. Oh, bitch.
You know, there was a lot of bad stuff that was brushed under the carpet in them days. And not just because it was this estate or this community, it was everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So it went on and it was hid, you know. But back in them days, it's just as society changes, you know. Now you wouldn't think anything of a bloody 16-year-old, 15-year-old getting bloody pregnant, would you?
Right.
You know, I think it's just the society you live in, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, but to think of what young girls went through in them days and how it's changed, you know.
It's changed for the better than when you think about it. Well,
I
in
think
that
so.
way,
I think so because people are more readily acceptable.
There was a. I'm not going to name who it was, but there was a girl. You might already know this. I didn't find out until I was well gone from here. It was only about 10 years ago I found out about this story. Confronted me mother about it, and she admitted it was true. A girl on this estate gave birth in the bathroom on the floor, and mother didn't even know she was pregnant. And it was dead. It was dead. And the ambulance came and everything. And it was one of my other mates off this estate who I'd caught up with, you know, about 10 years ago, and she was telling me about this other girl. I was like, she never went out. What do you mean? Who was the father?
Yeah.
This girl never went out. How did it happen? She went, honestly. So I knew me mother would know if it was true or not.
Yeah.
So I went straight to my mum's. And I said, hi there, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And she I said, so why did you never tell me? Because you're a little grass, you would have sung like a canary, she said.
Yeah.
So how long is it since you've been back to the estate today?
Well, I did call in the other night and went and visited Mr. Copple, our old neighbour, in number 15. But before that, how long?
Yours has been years, hasn't it? I often come back because, you know, I've still got Maxine and Carlia. Not often, you know.
I think you don't have that community, but that's not just this estate, that's everywhere. You don't have.
That's today.
You'll never have that community again, I don't think, like you had then. And there was kids used to moan about the neighbours giving you a crack or whatever, but they looked out for other people's kids.
I think
Everybody
you lost.
knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you lost that once the 70s were done.